Hi guys, it's Jessica back again for kind of the second part of my dolly updates today. So I wanted to start off, this was another doll that arrived this last week. I actually picked him up from the post office. Today's Saturday, and it was last Saturday that I went and picked him up. And it's this is a Volks Claude the Beast head, and he is my first Volks doll. Yeah, my first, there's like something on the screen there. You guys probably can't see it though, it's not on the camera. But yep, he was my first Volks. Volks is probably not like highest on my list of dolls that I would like to have. There's some that are definitely that are styled pretty nicely and they're very beautiful dolls. The ones that I find the most appealing are I forget the name. It's the, I want to say it's not the SD17, but kind of the next above that. It's not the graffiti body. I think they call it the GOU body. I'm not sure. See, I don't even know. It's the SDGOU, and it's a pretty muscular body for anything that Volks has ever made. It's a tad short because I think from the measurements that I could find, I could be wrong, and if somebody knows and could correct me, that would be great, because what I saw was that it was 68 centimeters. So I really liked Claude the Beast, and other Claudes, and then Williams. I guess there's a bunch of different Williams, and usually when I see those dolls and then I look and see what they are, those are the ones that I'm like, oh, I like them. Eventually, like, if I came across a SDGOU body for a decent price, then I might grab that. But yeah, I mean, they're like $900,000 bodies, and if it's a doll that I really love, you know, a lot of SDs tend to run in that range. But that is the one thing that my boys have to be 70 centimeters or taller. They just need to be because of the girls. The girls are tall. I have a lot of tall girls, and I need taller boys. But my plans for this guy, he's a Claude the Beast in, I think they call this normal shadow resin. I could be wrong, again, because I don't know a lot of the Volks lingo. It's a very lovely tan color, and on my camera it's looking a lot more yellow than it does in real life. It seems like to me on my camera it looks a lot more yellow. But this specific head, the previous owner, he's on Instagram, and I think his Instagram is Aki-chan, but I went and found the original post where he had bought this head, and it still had the default face up, and I loved it so much. That specific head I loved, and it was back in June of 2016, and I noticed it on the secondhand market on DOA for quite a while. I didn't put it together that they were the same until more recently, but unfortunately during that time the face-up had been damaged, and so he had to remove it, which is really too bad. Eventually, once I find what body he's going to be on for certain, I would like a face-up that's similar to that, but maybe with just more texture and details. I really have Angsty Penguin in mind. Red Iris Atelier, I think that she could really do that perfectly. But the plan is that I would love to get a 72 centimeter ring doll body. I think it's the RGM2, I think. But I just recently found out that Ring Doll will do resin matching. So that's really fantastic because I have two tan doll heads that are just kind of not anything standard. I have my Dia back there, who has stolen the DC body for right now. And he's in kind of a lighter tawny resin from Zoom. Is he right there? And then this shadow skin from Volks. And so that is ideal. I love the ring doll bodies, and I think it's an $80 fee basically to have the resin match, which is not bad. It's really not bad. They usually don't charge at all for their darker resins, so it's really nice. So it's not like you're paying for that. They usually don't pay for that anyways. I was trying to take his head cap off so I could show you. There. I love the plates that they put on. It says SD, made in Japan. It's got like some numbers. It's probably like his serial number or something. Can anybody answer me what the inside of that has this bar here, and I don't know, is that to attach the hook to it if you wanted to? Is that what people normally do with their Volks dolls? I know that my old Jurio 5, Let's Jurio 5 head, and I had an Angel of Dream doll that I gave to my mother-in-law that had head caps like that, where they had, you didn't use an S-hook, you had to hook it into the head cap. And so yeah, is that what it's meant to be? Is that what people do with Volks dolls? Is that standard? So I have questions. But he's really, really gorgeous, and I just think it's really neat that it was that original. It's the same head. Like, it was that specific head that was owned by Aki-chan that I loved and wanted, and that was the one that I ended up with. So he's wearing a pair of urethane eyes made by Tales from the Shrike. I think that's pretty sure that's their Instagram. And their eyes are just getting better and better. They make really beautiful eyes. So he's wearing those right now, and he stole this body. This is that old Dalshi body that's it's got the mid joint here. This body's from 2006, and he's wearing a pair of Vinitu hands. So, but basically, this is my only big guy body. I have an MSD, a Doll Zone MSD body. But yeah, I don't have spare bodies for the most part for these bigger guys. So, and when I get a new head in, everyone is stealing this one. But yeah, that's my, eventually I want to get the ring doll bodies for this guy and for my Dia. I think that'd be really nice. I think I'll continue on from here, because I think we're like 9 minutes in. That's nothing. I have some sewing updates, and oh, I wanted to show you the new dolls that I got in from Wendy earlier this week, Wednesday. So this is, so I did put some, the neck joint wasn't working properly because the neck hole is so big on these heads. This is a Seed Dolls Peabody head. And I need to take it apart and fix this. I don't know what I was thinking, but I put hot glue on the neck, and then I put it on the head hole too. So that doesn't work really good. So I can move it, but it's not fluid. It's like really one, but it stays good. But yeah, I need to fix that. But it definitely poses really solidly now. But I love him so much on this body. He's just so gorgeous. I'm really liking him actually bald too. And I think once I redo his face up and blush him to match this body, I may maybe paint like faux hair on or something like that. I'm not sure. As you know, that's one of my favorite things. I've had Angsty Penguin of Red Iris Atelier. I've had her do that with a couple of my dolls now. Having the option to go wigless is very, very nice. I really like it. But eventually when I do that, I will go ahead and actually glue these on so that they don't keep getting knocked off. These were horns that were made by Tiffy BJD Crafts. She gifted them to me quite a while ago, and Edmund here claimed them right away. So outfit wise, he is wearing the this was the Minifee Motion Line boy body that came out, and the head sculpt, to me, I would pronounce that Neela or Nyela, which sounds very feminine to me. So I may be pronouncing that completely wrong. But this is basically the full set from that, and it's missing. I don't have the shirt. There's like an undershirt. Is there another piece that I don't have on? I think, yeah, I don't have the undershirt on, and I did actually find the boots. So a seller on eBay had the boots and the full set. I was very, very lucky to find a split that I could join in on. I wasn't really interested in the doll or any of those things for the most part, but I really, really liked the full set outfit quite a lot. And there were several splits that I kind of tried to get in on, but I was always just a little bit too late. Somebody would already claim the outfit. So I was really lucky to get in on this, and with the person that was running the split is, you know, pages and pages of DOA, you know, 10 years of feedback, and just a real solid member of the doll community. So I feel, because I was always like afraid, or, you know, I heard all people that have just been really taken for a ride with these splits, and so I was really nervous doing one of those, but it was fantastic. Like it came in and she'd literally had it shipped out within 2 days. So that was really, really nice. And it's beautiful. I have pictures up on my Instagram of my beautiful, can't see her now because the screen moved, ombre. She is my new twiggling menage. I put this, they arrived at the same time essentially, so the outfit and her, so I'd actually put this on her, and I have pictures on my Instagram. It's beautiful. It doesn't fit, it doesn't. I mean, I could fake it in the photos, but you can't latch these parts. This part wraps around here, and then this part of the outfit, it was all open in the back, and her little booty was sticking out behind this. But it actually, I mean, this, you can see how slim he is. He's doll chateau slimness, and so it actually fits him really nicely. It has these, it's kind of like a suede fabric that this, these are actually pants, or yeah, very wide-legged pants, and then there's the like an apron thing that you tie in front, and then this, I don't know what this would be called. It's I know that there is a word for it, for what they call something like that. But anyways, it's very, very well made, very, very gorgeous, and she wouldn't take it off. So that first weekend I had her, I was just happy to let her wear it, and then later this week I sewed her the corset, and let Edmund put this on, but yeah, I really like it on him. He's a gorgeous doll. Very, very beautiful doll. I could have so many DC bodies. I love the aesthetic. Yeah. There's never too many dolls. There's always more beautiful dolls. The Doll in Mind GSE body that I also bought from Miss Mantis. Dolly Nudity ahead, coming up here, so you can click away if you don't want to see Dolly Nudity. But I have her. She was kind of sitting in this pose on my desk for the last few days. This body is just beautiful. And right now, this is Doll in Mind Annabeth head, this is Maria, my Day of the Dead sugar skull painted girl. She was like the first face up I ever did. But she, proportion-wise, she fits this body beautifully. I was hoping that I would be able to put my other Doll in Mind girls on here. I wanted to put one of the Lorena heads on here, and it's okay. I think the head is just a little, proportion-wise, it's just a little small. And the Annabeth head, when you put it next to, here, I'll just grab one of my Lorena girls here. You can see that the head is definitely a lot bigger proportion-wise, and it just, like, it's doable, but it doesn't fit as good as I would like. And I think somebody asked in, I apologize for never for never getting back to people when they make comments or ask questions. I'm just, I read them and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get back to that and answer, and it just never happens. I'm just terrible. But someone had asked if I thought the flown head would be a good hybrid onto the GSE body, and I don't have that head, but just proportion wise with my other Doll in Mind girl heads, I think it would be a little off too, because the flown head is, as far as those heads go, it's a pretty small proportion one, and I've seen people put that one on a minifee body and it looks pretty good proportion wise. Like, this is a really big body compared to a minifee. Let me see if I have a girl handy here. Let's see. Here is my, it's an Elf Sion on an old A-line body, and you can see, yeah, they're here about the same. You can see that proportion-wise, this is a much bigger body. I don't know what the height is, but she's definitely a lot bigger body than the, hey, what you doing? Lola's down here. Yeah, definitely. So that, I'll just put these two here so you can kind of see, and I think I've seen that flown head even on a minifee Moe line body, which is even smaller. And I thought it looked, from the pictures I saw, I thought it looked pretty good proportion wise. So yeah, I don't know. I think the Lorena and the Flown, what are the Miru, and those heads are meant to go on the Doll in Mind Happy Body, and it's a lot smaller proportions. So there are some, because I think they consider the Annabeth head, it's always been in the happy size category, and it's definitely a lot bigger. I've seen some people put an Annabeth head on SD bodies, and it looks really good proportion wise, so it's definitely a much bigger head. But I've had her for a long time now, quite a while, on this this other Doll Chateau body, and character-wise, I don't think this is going to work for her to stay on this body, but aesthetically, I just always have loved the look of Lorena and other Doll in Mind heads on the Doll Chateau bodies. I love it. I love the aesthetics. I love how it looks. They just really look good on them. So I've just been enjoying, like I said, character-wise, it's just not really appropriate for her at all, but I love how it looks, and it probably means that I need to get another Lorena head. I love Lorena. I love the half closed eyes and the open eye sculpt. I really love them. Here is for this is a Doll Leaves body. This is their current, the new, are they calling it the Glamour body, or I can't remember what they're calling it. But this is the new Doll Leaves body, which is very, very much like Doll Zone, very aesthetically similar. But again, you can see how much bigger this girl is. I mean, she's still in the MSD or mini range, but she's a lot bigger than these girls. She's probably 48 centimeters or so, I betcha. I need to measure her. So right now she's on here, and that may keep. I do have another Annabeth head that I may put her back on her Doll Chateau body, because character-wise it fits her better. I'm just enjoying the aesthetics of it and playing with dollies this week. That's fine. I can just play. I have some sewing updates. This is my little Chibi Moon. Her name is Sheila, and she's in the caramel resin. And I made her a new pair of these little shorts and this corset, and I took her her Hazel's aesthetics. She had like a fiery kind of red mohair wig that I got from Hazel's Aesthetics, and I wanted to kind of do something new with her and go instead of the earth tones, to go with the blues. She does have a little bit of purple eyeshadow, and it brings it out a lot more. And then this wig, this was a wig that originally I had commissioned for her from Moderately Vivid, and so I went ahead and gave it back to her since I was making her this outfit, and so I'm just really, really enjoying her. So cute. She's wearing some socks that I made for my Blythes like 2 years ago, and it just went with the outfit so well. I went ahead, and I can't remember if I talked about this before, but Lily Cat's having a pre-order for Chibi Moon in this new mint color. I think she's calling it like a Manday or something, which I guess means almond. I'm not sure. It's French, I guess. And then she has a a purple, and I love them both. If I could have got them both, I would, because I love Chibi Moon. This doll, the Chibi Moon sculpt and the body and the size, this has been my favorite release of hers since Ombre and Constantine. Ombre and Constantine are always been my favorite Lily Cat dolls. I have a Kitty Jolie and I really love her. Actually, I like my Colleen quite a lot too. I could definitely have another Colleen. If she ever released her in like the purple or the mint, or I could definitely have. That little doll is really excellent. But this, I mean, she's basically Ombre. She's a sleeping Ombre, and then she's on the Kitty Jolie hybrid body, and she's miniaturized. And I absolutely love this doll. She's just big enough that sewing is not too difficult. Start getting down to the smaller scales than this, and it starts getting really hard. So she's just big enough that she's still fun and to sew for. Takes up not as much fabric, and this corset was, as far as a lot of the corsets that I've worked on, this was a relatively simple and quick one because I didn't do, there's no embroidery, there's no you know, 5 different layers of hand sewn lace, so it's quick compared to a lot of those. I'll show you the back. But she just has this, I love the belly. She's got this little blooper little belly. So I was really happy how this turned out. It fits her little belly really well. But yeah, I went ahead. She offers layaway, which is always nice, and I did the Amande, and I went ahead and went for the face up too, because that was one of the things that I really loved about the mint, the mint color, but the face up that she, the default face up that she's going to do on those, it's got these little freckles, and I love it, love it. So maybe later I'll snag a secondhand purple one, but yeah, I love the Chibi Moons. If she ever does Constantine in the Chibi form like this, I'll be all over that. Constantine's my all-time favorite. She's just my most favorite sculpt of Lily Cats, and then Ombre is probably right up there, but yeah, my favorite dolls of hers. Someday I'd still like to get a one of the 1/3 scale, like oh, it just went out of my brain. Alana, and then Lice. Yeah, I like both of those. Probably Lice better. Lice has got that more just kind of very fairy and alienish type face that I just love. I just yeah, they fit when excuse me, my voice is going. When I first got into the hobby, I wanted to show all of my characters as a Lily Cat doll, because they just had that fairy aesthetic. Most of my characters are fairies, are related to fairies, that they're magical basically. So yeah, love my Lily Cats. More sewing updates. This was an outfit that I actually finished this last weekend, and so this is my Soupy Huan. I know somebody even schooled me too on how to pronounce it correctly, and Soupy Huan, and she is on a Feeple 60 Moe body, and so I made her. These shorts were a pair of shorts that I made, I think, like last summer. So she's wearing those, and this is probably my, as far as like I tried doing like the wear and tear, I think these turned out the best of any of my Timps like that. but I finished this t-shirt for her and this flannel jacket. It's a little bit oversized because I wanted her to be able to wear maybe a couple layers of shirts underneath it, and it's all lined and riveted buttons. And yeah, it actually turned out fit-wise. I thought at first it was going to be too big when I started sewing it, but it actually, I think it worked out pretty good for her. So that's a size. I have the pattern now for these 57-centimeter girls that will work good. She's wearing a pair of Code Noir bootlets. I have like, I think I have like 3 pairs of this color now because it's my favorite color ever. Love it. Love it, love it. Oh, that was something I meant to mention for my little Chibi Moon. Finding shoes for this girl has been incredibly difficult. It's kind of like Minifee Moe girls, that it's so difficult to find shoes. But at least with the Minifee Moe girls, you can get YoSD shoes and they just look babyish, but they fit properly. Any of the shoes that I try to get for her, like she can wear some YoSD, but they're just gigantic on her because she has a very slim foot. She has a foot that's very, very similar in size to my Mishi's doll. I have Mishi's doll, Hope and Dreamy, and that is my, that's Neela and her sister Elowen. And I, for years, you know, trying to find shoes for those two, and ultimately what I ended up doing was getting some larger size Blythe boots that I really, really loved, and they actually don't have their feet on. They just have tissue paper crammed into the boot and their leg crammed in there with no shoes because I never have been able to. But breakthroughs. So Momonito, what's her name? She makes doll clothes and she has her own line of dolls. Momonita and Momomito. That's like the really small one that's in this scale. So there is a there's an Etsy shop that I've been watching them. They make beautiful handmade boots for Minifee and love them, and just kind of had a thought in my mind like, oh, wouldn't that be fantastic if she could make boots in this size. And I just kind of on a whim went to go check her site and saw that she was making boots to fit Momonita. She got a Momonita, if I'm saying that right, doll. And so I contacted her and asked her if she could make the archer style boots, which are higher boots that kind of come up to here. The ones that she was offering in her shop were like shorter boots like this, but I wanted the higher ones like I had seen her make for her for Minifee. And so she had me take some measurements to make sure that it was going to be like the width of her thigh and that sort of thing, or calf I should say, were going to be the same as the Momonito, and they were pretty darn close. So I commissioned her to make 2 pair, one for this girl, one for my incoming. Probably going to be a wait because she had several other commissions, so probably won't come in for several months, but I'm hoping that by the time my other girl is ready and coming home that maybe the boots will be ready too. So if you are looking for shoes or boots for your Chibi Lana or Chibi Moon, check out Nymphodiazic. I'll try to remember to put a link below. She has an Etsy shop. She also has an Instagram where you can see her work. if things are sold out on her shop, but beautiful work. I have wanted a pair of her boots. I'm getting them made in this really beautiful teal suede, and the other pair in a dusty purple. Beautiful, beautiful color. I'm so excited for those. And then maybe eventually I'll commission her to make some proper shoes for my poor feetless Mishi's dolls that had to have their feet amputated so that they could wear shoes. You have to do what you have to do sometimes. What else did I have? I thought I had some more sewing updates, but I think that might be about it. So, all right. Any other updates? I think that's it. So, there's like, I know with these two videos combined, it's probably over an hour, I'm sure. So, okay, so I will say goodbye here, and I'm probably going to spend the rest of the weekend sueding this girl, and then maybe I'll go ahead and suede Sonara too, my Nikiru. These two are the only of my twiggling girls that haven't been sueded yet, so they need it. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.